All of this is fraud from the very beginning. If you really start looking into Dan Friedberg, this is the guy to look at. This was the general counsel of FTX. Literally, he is caught on a recording discussing the counterfeiting of tokens. Now, how did Dan Friedberg even get to be the general counsel of FTX? It's insane. If you look back to the very beginnings of the 2000s when online poker first blew up, the biggest poker scandal in history was the Ultimate Bet God mode scandal, which players could actually see. They used the software to see the cards of other players. Guess who is the architect of all of the shell companies and all of everything that involved getting promoters, the millions of dollars that were stolen? Who's in charge of the whole thing? Dan Friedberg. How did he not lose his license after that? No one knows. Nobody knew that this was the guy that was, the general counsel for Sam Bankman-Fried. This shell game was set up so early on that it had the back end to where Alameda could go in and borrow customer funds whenever they wanted to. It only became a problem when prices started going down and they started getting liquidated in certain places and could not replace the assets. This has been a scam from day one. SBF never once had any good intentions. And there are people who say, they feel sorry for him. No. He showed no mercy to the projects that they set out to destroy, that it spent years and years building tech, years and years getting things ready for them to have a successful launch, and he destroyed them and shorted them to zero, and then he would pay them hush money so they never would say anything. Look, 95% of what we've seen in crypto over the last 2 years has been completely fake. The market making in this business is the real dirty secret that people don't want to acknowledge. When coins sign up to get listed on an exchange, they agree to a package, and we know this from contracts we've seen from FTX, to where they're signing up for a market maker. What is a market maker? It's someone that comes in and guarantees to keep the coin between a certain range. It will not fall beneath this point into irrelevancy because the market maker will keep it propped up. Well, that's fraud. That's wash trading. That's making volume. And that's what almost every single project has been either knowingly or unknowingly guilty of when they listed on exchanges like FTX. And of course, plenty of other exchanges use it as well. I think Michael Saylor, I love Michael Saylor. He's, we disagree on a lot of points, but he's been on my show. Certainly somebody I admire and look up to. What he's talking about the regulated exchanges, this is so crucial. Gary Gensler has completely screwed everyone in crypto. Everyone who lost any money in Celsius, Voyager, BlockFi, FTX, you lost it because of Gary Gensler. His lack of creating clarity and regulation in this space is exactly what has led us to all these offshore companies that do not operate in the United States and are not regulated. His willful, lack of, dereliction of duty is what's led everybody to this point. We want regulated exchanges, but we can't get regulation. We can't get clarity. You can't do everything by enforcement. And Gary Gensler is the most negligent person in the entire space. And I blame him more than I even blame SBF.